Good morning, everyone. A very good morning to each and every one of you present for today's live trading session. Right, today is the 4th of November, right? So, today is the fresh start of the week. I hope everyone had a great weekend with their friends and family. I hope everyone were able to, cherish and spend very good time with the ones they cared for and with friends also, right? So I hope everyone is fresh. The week has started, today being Monday. The share market is up and running. So before diving in, I just want to make sure that everyone is present in the live trading session. Yes, come on, the weekend has passed, the new week has started. So I'm pretty sure everyone has been rejuvenated. I mean, everyone is feeling fresh and everyone is focused. All right. So a quick start. Make sure everything is available to you. What is required for staying consistent for this particular life for a trading session. Make sure you have your water, tea, coffee, whatever is required to keep you focused. Right. All right, Sophia is here. Good morning, Sophia. I hope you had a great weekend and looking forward to a great day as well, right? Yes, the share market is up and running. There has been a lot of ups and downs. So we are going to talk more about it, but do not worry. Like I say, when Harsh is here, there is nothing to fear. Quickly, let me give you a very important piece of information over here. Since a lot of people are going to be joining in our live streaming session and we are getting a lot of interest, we want to make sure that people, right, from all walks of life, from all backgrounds, right, they can understand what I'm saying. So our major focus while communicating will be in English, but उन लोगों के लिए अगर आपको लगता है कि आपकी इंग्लिश कमज़ोर है और आप चाहते हो कि मैं हिंदी में भी बात करूं, तो प्लीज़ आप कमेंट बॉक्स में नीचे आप टाइप कीजिए कि हर्ष प्लीज टॉक इन हिंदी ऑल्सो, बिकॉज बहुत ज़रूरी है बताने के लिए. बहुत लोग ये लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग सेशन देखना चालू करते हैं बट उनको लगता है कि मैं सिर्फ इंग्लिश में बात कर रहा हूँ, तो वो देखते नहीं है. ऐसे कोई बात है नहीं. अगर आपको देखना है आप प्लीज लिख ले चैट बॉक्स में कि हर्ष प्लीज टॉक इन Hindi as well. So I have to make sure that I can cater to each and everyone, right? We are a community together, right? So very important to make sure for people who want me to continue in English can always be rest assured that yes, I will be talking in English. But उन लोगों के लिए जिनको लगता है कि आपकी इंग्लिश कमजोर है, उन लोगों के लिए आप प्लीज कमेंट बॉक्स में जाइए एंड वहां पे टाइप कीजिए प्लीज टॉक इन हिंदी एज वेल, या यू कैन टाइप नंबर 2. द नंबर 2 आप टाइप कर दीजिए ताकि फिर मुझे पता चलेगा कि मैं हिंदी में भी ज्यादा बात कर पाऊँ. ठीक है. All right, now that is sorted out, let me give you a quick introduction about the one and only Harsh. I have 8 years of experience, right, trading the financial markets. I mainly trade forex, yeah, the foreign exchange products, as well as various types of commodities, correct, such as gold, oil, silver, platinum. I also trade the US based indices, right? We have the Dow Jones 30, the Nasdaq 100, and the one and only the S&P 500, correct? So I am more of a technical trader myself. I specialize in technical analysis, right? I have a wide array of technical analysis education based on supply demand, price action, trend analysis, order flow, Fibonacci trading, ratios trading. The list goes on and on. It's very important to let you know that yes, we have a good team of researchers as well as analysts, who specialize in various, technicalities of the financial markets. We have good fundamental analysts and we have good technical analysts as well. Here at Dolphin Markets, we want to make sure that we are able to provide you with the best amount of information possible, right? Information in terms of analysis, information in terms of trading opportunities, right? Making money, hot stocks, as well as, education based on technical analysis. So it's very important for you to understand that we are here to provide our services for you beautiful people so you can take opportunity of the money making strategies that we are able to provide you. And be, rest assured that yes, you can connect, you can collaborate, you can be a part of a broker that cares for you, that cares in making you money. So please make sure, to join us, to be a part with us. Remember, we are here for the long term, and we are here to make, good amount of money for you as well as for us, right? It is a mutual journey that we would love to cherish. All right. So I hope everyone is ready. I hope everyone who is sleeping has got up. All right. Make sure, yes, the markets have started, a lot of skepticism going on, but nonetheless, let us start, looking at all our watch list trades. Remember, our main focus right here is to showcase you our different, trading opportunities that we have been providing to you. Please bear in mind that yes, our main focus lies in showcasing our potential. All right, as you can see on the screen, hitting a 97 profitability in less than 2 months. That is very, very, very optimistic and very, like, appreciable, because it's at a very high level of profitability. Remember, it's not based on one or two trades, it's based on consistent number of trades, right? All the way from 18th of September to the 23rd, where the last, to 22nd of October, where the last trade was closed. That is consistent over a span of around 27 trades. Nonetheless, we do have our watch list in terms of what trades we are currently running, and we would be looking at them as to, what do we have to do, how do we have to improvise, what decisions have to be taken, so on and so forth. Sophia writes, the performance of the index is too ugly. Yes, Sophia, today's market has opened on a very bearish note. The index, right, the Sensex and the Nifty are almost down by 1.5 to 1.6%, right? So a lot of skepticism, but the major reason for this is not just because of the Indian markets, but because of the uncertainty of what the US elections are going. Since every one of you are aware that the US elections are right around the corner. Today is the 4th of November. Tomorrow is the 5th of November. Tomorrow is when the electoral polls commence, and we would be electing the new president of the United States of America. So today there is a lot of uncertainty, right? People are not sure what to do, what not to do. With the onset of the US based elections, you will be having, a lot of differences in terms of opinions, whether people are preferring Trump or whether people are preferring Mrs. Kamala Harris, So there's a lot of things going on, but nonetheless, let's start looking at the charts, all right? Currently, please bear in mind, oh, sorry, that yes, we do want to make sure that we are looking at, the watch list, first of all, in terms of analyzing what are the trades doing, how are the trades performing, and whether we need to take any other decision, right? So let's start with IP rings, all right? Quickly having a look at IP rings. And yeah, guys and girls, men and beautiful women, today a very important update which I forgot to share at the beginning, but it is that as from today onwards, we are going to shrink our timing from 1.5 hours to 1 hour, right? So before, I used to do live trading sessions which used to span of 1.5 hour per live trading session, and now we are going to, shrink it to 1 hour, because I guess a lot of people out there have been, being like, Harsh, you provide so much of valuable information, but we do not have 1 hour to, dedicate to every day. So no problem, we are listening to you. We have shortened our live trading sessions from 1.5 hour to 1 hour. All right, so please make sure we are going to be more at point and going to focus on what is necessary. All right, and do not worry, I would be communicating and having a good time so that people can, gel with me and understand that yes, we do want you to make money, but let's focus on making money first. All right, Sophia is writing, when the market is not performing well, I hold my positions and wait. Sophia, that is very good, because we need to understand that yes, currently there is some uncertainty, skepticism in the market, but yes, the best decision for now is to hold and wait, right? It's about having, patience, correct? So as I hope people can see my hand, it's like, give being at ease and let the markets do what they have to do. We will take decisions accordingly. In a poor overall market environment, there's nothing much we retail investors can do. Yes, Sophia, I mean, just a quick look. If you look at, how the markets are falling, yes, there is uncertainty, but nonetheless, where are we making? We are focusing on not, one day or one event. Remember, our entire strategy revolves around consistency, right? Some phases will come in when we might have to wait, we might have to improvise, but overall I think no matter whether the industries or the Indian economy is not doing currently well, we will still look for better opportunities to make money. All right, because as you can see, even when the market is high or the market is correcting, we have been able to hit a profitability of 97. And remember, it is inching, it is progressing towards the 100% profitability. For people who have been following us since day one, with 10,000 rupees investment, they would have made it to 20,000. Similarly, if someone would have invested 10 lakhs, would be sitting at 20 lakhs, or 1 crore to 2 crores profit. So entirely you have been able to double the amount at which you have started, correct? Let's quickly get back to trading view. All right, so first let's look at IP rings. I hope people who have let me show the charts. Yes, I hope for people who have started with IP rings, make sure the prices are in the favor, right? So, Sophia, don't worry, you are still making money, all right? There are trades which are running. Currently, IP rings, the trade which we had, shared to you on 30th of October, right? So, it's been almost a week, and right now the price is currently plus or minus at around, had reached to a 3% profitability. We preferably want to set targets at around 5 so that we can make money consistently and considerably, right? But nonetheless, the markets are moving, and right now this trade is in, it's on the path to making more profits. All right, let's look at the next one. Let's look at Muthoot Finance, Muthoot Microfinance. All right, now this pair had started off on a very good note. Remember, this trade was almost shared to you around the same time, around 28th of October. But nonetheless, the prices did, they did have an appreciation by almost around 4%, right? So on a profit appreciation of 4%, but we were wanting to hit around 5%. So nonetheless, remember, the markets will go up and the markets will go down, right? We did wish that it could hit the 5% target so we could convert our 97 to 102, right? 102 profitability, 102% profitability. But nonetheless, let the markets do. Today, the banking sector and the banking index, right, has been also not, has been bearish, right? So there has been a bearish sentiment on the banking. I mean, almost majority of the companies listed on the Sensex and Nifty have been bearish. We are going to talk more about it, but today, let's start with focusing more on the watch list. Remember the trades that we have running, all right? Because at the end, it is about making money, right? So let us look at the next pair. The next pair we would be talking about would be G Dave Plastic. I hope people are aware about this. Let me put G-Dave Plastic. The prices, yes, have been playing around. We did provide you an entry at around 24th of October, but the prices have started to correct. But nonetheless, prices are still in that area. So currently, for this particular trade opportunity, there is nothing else to look for. Then we are going to look at Evantel, right? Now we were quite focused on Evantel, and for people, let me clarify that we had provided you an area of around 165 to 170, right? Let me just show you the Excel. 1 second. Yes. So as you can see, the trade that was provided for Evantel, right, with an entry price of around 165 to 170, a 5% target has already been achieved for people who had entered early. That is the entire reason why we keep emphasizing on being, attending our live streaming sessions and taking action instantly, right? If you take time, the prices might, escalate, and you might get filled at a little expensive price, correct? But nonetheless, for people who were able to take an entry at the earliest, have already achieved a 5% target on this particular trade. All right, I hope people understand that You need to make sure you take action quickly. All right. Today I'm not having green tea. I'm just having plain water. I mean, it's better to keep changing, right? If you keep consuming the same product or fluid again and again, you want to make it different. All right. All right. So coming back to Evantil, right? As you can see on the chart, let me put Evantil. The entire five, the orange color box that you can see on the screen depicts the entire profit area. Remember, we had given an area from 165 to 170. So for people who have been able to take a trade at the earliest have already achieved. But nonetheless, for other, I guess even Sophia's in this current trade, and yes, the market. Remember, this is an IT sector company, so the IT sector as well has been on a bearish sentiment for today. Nonetheless, the prices are correcting, and this is the entire crux for people. Remember, I guess Sophia was sitting at around 3 to 4% profitability on this trade, but yes, the markets will go up and down. The markets are based on probabilities. The markets are not based on certainties. Yeah, there is a vast difference between the two, but nonetheless, we have been making money consistently, right? Then let's look at Annapurna. Now, Annapurna has been a little, on the pessimistic side with the prices correcting, but nonetheless, the prices are trying to correct and, approach our entry. So, nothing as of yet on Annapurna. And the other trades, Hind oil. Let's look at Hind oil. Hind oil, we did have provide you with a sorry, we did had provide you with another recommendation to look for entries over here with the price above, with the if you would have taken trades, an additional entry at the area of around 192, you would be looking at that the markets have been, have achieved the average price, and prices have started to, appreciate higher. So for people, remember, if you take entry, if for example, when we had provided you an entry at around 14th of October, right? So almost 2 weeks back, the markets are going to do what they have to do, right? We are trying to do our due diligence and provide you with the best opportunities, but sometimes the markets are, are not in their right state, so the prices have been correcting. We did provide you with an entry at 192, and currently, as you can see, it did cross the average price. So if you take an additional trade at a better price, the average price of the two trades comes lower, correct? So this would happen in profit, but yes, we are trying to achieve, a profit of 5%, which is not yet attained. Sophia is writing, the banking sector led the decline in the stock market. Yes, Sophia, I did go through some of the articles, and they did show that yes, the banking sector, the IT sector, the oil sector also have been not performing well. I mean, majority of the sectors as per today on in the Indian economy have been underperforming, right? So there has been a strong bearish sentiment for today. Moving on to the next pair. So we looked at Hind oil, and for those people who were eyeing on Poonawalla, yes, as I had mentioned that Poonawalla has been, had taken a huge fall, but prices have started to encroach, to the moving average, because I was focusing a lot on the moving average when we try to connect the dots in terms of how prices are moving. And there is a particular concept based on moving averages that if prices are far away from the moving averages, they have a tendency to come back to the moving average, because the moving average is nothing but the average price of the last X number of candles, right? Where X denotes the period, the number of candles, the length in terms of how many candles do you want the indicator to calculate on. So nonetheless, the prices are over here and still nothing. We might have to close this trade at break even because it did not stick exactly to what we were expecting to. But nonetheless, so this has been more or less an average, uh, view on the watch list in terms of trades running. We did talk about, RBL Bank as well. We had provided an area where we found interest that where price could hold and continue higher. But yes, as Sophia has mentioned, the banking sector, the IT sector, the automobile sector, the consumable durable sector, every sector has been underperforming as of today, with the exception of one or two companies, not sectors, but companies like Tech Mahindra has been doing pretty well, and we will get into it. But as you can see right now, the markets have, for this particular stock, right, RBL Bank, we did provide you with an additional entry at around 167. So prices did start to, go in our favor. For people who had entered, have been already sitting at around 6% profitability. But for those people who had, previously entered at a higher price at around 200, yes, the average price is still a little far away, but nonetheless, the markets are moving, right? Yes, there is bearish sentiment as of today. I hope people are able to understand. It's very important to make sure that, yes, remember, we are not fortune tellers. We do not have a glass bowl which kind of searches or predicts the future. We are analysts, we are technical as well as fundamental traders, right? So we do our due diligence, we try to connect as many dots as possible, and we try to give you with the best opportunities, right? I mean, remember, if everyone was making money on all the trades, everyone would be rich, right? So please make sure we come up with clear, analysis based on higher probability trades, right? Please, it's very important to be aware, and very important information that since it is based on probabilities, right, and we are focused on consistency, correct? So on a span of 27 trades, if you're able to hit 97 with a lot of trades currently running in our favor as well, correct? We talked about Evantel had almost, for people who would have closed, we would be currently sitting at 102% profitability, right? We got IP rings which are already running in our favor, so we are doing well. Yes, the overall sentiment in the Indian economy is still bearish. A quick look at what the Nifty is showing now. It's not just an 8% correction, but it's inching towards the 9%, right? So the 8% has turned into a 9%. So yes, with a lot of skepticism, especially for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the US elections, all right? People are going to select the US, people are going to select the 68th president of the United States of America. There is a tough competition between Mr. Trump, Mr. Donald Trump, and Mrs. Kamala Harris. So, intense competition between the two. Both of them are plus or minus at the same level. There is very tough competition, neck to neck competition, right? Let me give you a quick summary in terms of the stock market analysis from the morning, all right? Not the summary of the view of the trading live trading session. We are talking of the summary of what has happened in the stock market, right, since morning. So give me a minute, let me show it to you. I hope people are paying attention. I hope it is very important that people pay attention, all right? Sophia is writing that, one second. Sophia is writing, before following your strategy, I was always losing money, but now my account has doubled. Sophia, exactly, that is the power that we bring to you, right? Not just to you, but to the entire community. For people who are following our strategies, who are following our analysis, who are also following our education, correct? And based on the overall package that we are able to provide you, and that too at zero cost. I mean, it is the best of anything that anyone can, dream about acquiring. So we are providing you with analysis of what is happening in the Indian share market. We are providing you with trading opportunities that are making you money. Like Sophia has doubled her account. I mean, if Sophia can double her account, everyone attending this live streaming session can make money as well. And we talk about trading education also, providing you with technical analysis education. So you are getting the best of everything. So I'm very happy, Sophia. I'm very happy that you are doing phenomenal. Yes, the markets has been on a bearish sentiment today, but nonetheless, overall, from an overall perspective, we are doing phenomenal. All right. So a quick look at what the market has been showcasing. So the BSE was down almost by 0.19%. Nifty was down by almost 0.4%. So significant, right? On the BSE index, only four stocks, Mahindra and Mahindra, um, Tech Mahindra and Indus Bank were trading in the green, while just four companies out of 30. So the remaining 26 companies have been in negative, right? On the Nifty, only eight stocks are doing. So 42 stocks are in the negative and only eight stocks are in the positive, right? All the sectoral indices are currently trading in red, right? With the media index emerging as the biggest loser, right? The bank Nifty was also down by 0.55%. The broader markets were also muted. It's basically in the backdrop of the US presidential elections, right? So the battle lines are drawn in a hard fought battle between the two. And analysts are predicting that they have already begun preparing for Donald Trump's victory. Remember, it's a speculation. It is not whether will it happen or not. Correct. In terms of the other points, which are it is only the auto index, right, which has been doing quite well. Now, in terms of even the overall sentiment in terms of bullishness or bearishness, you would have observed that yes, now again the bullish sentiment percentage has fallen down slightly, but still there is pessimism. Remember, this has been based on the market closure based on Friday. With today's influx of more bearishness, this number is going to only increase. Yeah, so please be aware. Please make sure that with events like US elections, with such events like the US elections coming into play, which is happening tomorrow, there is going to be a lot of uncertainty, right? So people are being skeptical. FIIs are being skeptical as well as DII. This is the first time in quite a while that we have been noticing that yes, the foreign investment institutions have been on 1st of November. So we are talking on Friday. The value or the percentage of them pulling out funds from the economy has been reduced drastically. But on the flip side, you have the DIIs, the domestic institution investors. They have been plugging out money. They have been taking out money from the economy as well for Friday, right? 1st of November. So it is on a deficit. Both the numbers, as you can see, negative 211 crores and negative 377 crores. There is no balance today. There has been only a selling pressure from Friday. And that is the reason, if you can look on the current market conditions, the prices are falling quite huge, right? This is today's date, the 4th of November. Elections are right around the corner for the United States of America, and that's the reason we are having more of a bearish outlook because remember, the markets run on opinions and judgments of what they expect the markets to do in the future, right? Anyways, the price is similar on Sensex as well, with currently a depreciation of almost around 1.75%, right? So the numbers are significant, correct? A lot of bearishness today, a lot. Let us check at some articles if we can find out more news events based on these. So as you can see, the Sensex stumbles over 1,100 points, 1,100 points. Nifty below the 24K mark, and apparently certain banks as well as Reliance has taken a hit by dragging down the index. Um, as well as we have today IRCTC. Remember, IRCTC is a very huge and prominent player in the Indian share market. It has a monopoly over the tourism ticketing. It is the ticket platform. what do you call infrastructure of the Indian railways, right? So it is quite significant what we would be expecting in terms of the quarterly earning reports to come out, as well as Raymond, right? I mean, every one of you are aware of what Raymond, the company Raymond is. Then all sectors are in red. All, whether it is Sensex, Nifty, all the sectors have been taking a plunge, so on and so forth, right? So, but the main point, the main context, which has to be given importance to, is in the next couple of days, global markets will be focused on the U.S. presidential elections, and there can be near-term volatility, right? Near-term. Remember, India is not US, right? India is going to be influenced by US, but to a very, you know, to a very less extent. Nonetheless, there are certain sectors which I had talked about, especially the Nifty IT, right? So if people who are aware of the Nifty IT, remember, and we had mentioned, and we had a detailed discussion in terms of what is the possible outcome. And remember, the markets are always taking into consideration instant opinions of the huge number of traders out there, investors. And I'm talking of FIIs and DIIs, right? People who can make the market move. With the current scenario, as you can see, the markets have gapped down as of today, right? So you can clearly see the depiction as to what is mentioned on the chart. If Miss Harris wins, technically there is a possibility for prices to go up. With Mr. Trump coming into power, which might take place tomorrow, you never know, right? Who's going to win? The tendency for the IT index is to go down, because the IT index is heavily dependent on the consumption from the citizens of United States of America. So with Trump coming into power, and with his philosophies and policies based on uplifting the American economy first, and putting a hindrance on immigrants, and having strict policies against them, there could be a potential fall on the Nifty index. So a Nifty index can be acting as a leading indicator. Remember something, there are two kind of indicators: lagging indicators and leading. For people who are aware of this, the moving average is a lagging indicator, correct? Because it takes into account, it does the calculation based on past data, correct? But with the movement of price, as you can see, in terms of how the prices are behaving, the price action for this particular index can act as a leading indicator, indicating that who has a higher probability of winning. Remember, both, whether it is Mr. Trump or Mrs. Harris, both of them are still having, tough competition. Both are almost at each par, each other's par in terms of the competition. The room for error is, minuscule, as low as possible. So we do expect, whatever the result comes into factor, with the amount of competition going on in the US elections, there will be huge fluctuations, right? I hope people are listening. I hope people are able to understand. Remember, as and how prices are moving for IP rings, if they do start to incline towards the 5% target, I would humbly request you to place your targets well before. But if for any reason, if you do want to, be like Harsh, could you please again inform us once the price is coming to the 5% target? Do not worry, my team of assistants will make sure to provide you with reminders, to close your position. Because right now, with the amount of information that we are providing, especially, with this kind of profitability, we are just trying to showcase that yes, we are, we can perform. We do have the potential to, bring, money to the table. We are showing our consistency. But since we cannot be accountable for you in terms of which platform you're using, which broker you're using, how are you placing trades, we can only provide you guidance, correct? So these trade opportunities that we are providing to you is just for you to showcase, to sorry, to be aware, to see it for yourself that yes, Harsh and Dolphin markets together are providing us with trading opportunities that are making us money. So when we do provide you with reminders when to close the trade, please, be extra cautious, rather than waiting for my team. Remember, my team is highly busy as well, correct? Everyone is busy in their respective job profiles. But if you can be, clear that yes, Harsh had provided me with an entry at 200, we are making money. But since 5% target is around 210, let me put my target at 210 rather than, for us to come back and let you know that the price is approaching, because the prices keep fluctuating instantly, right? So that is the reason we would highly suggest that you place your targets well in advance rather than, waiting for my assistants to come back and provide you with that reminder, because maybe that might be too late before you could start to close price, right? So this is a small request that people, if they could please take this into consideration. But we are making consistent money, remember. As now, for example, like I was talking about IP rings, right? We do have a target at around 210, so please make sure that if prices do come, you can place a target well in advance, right? But for people, do not worry, because we also want to make sure that we will inform you once prices are approaching to the 5% target, and you can close the trade as well. Our entire focus for this particular, Excel sheet, or this particular um, data that you can see is just to showcase that yes, we are capable of making you money in the Indian share market, and we have just entered the Indian market. So understand the potential that we can bring forward if you be a part of us, get onboarded at Dolphin Markets, and we can provide you much better profitability ratios in the international markets, in the forex and commodity markets, in the CFD markets, right? We specialize in international markets, correct? I hope people are able to understand. We are just showcasing our potential, our trading potential to you beautiful people, so that you can understand where we are providing to you very valuable information at zero cost. Something this much, something that has so much of value, should not be taken for granted. Remember, yes, we have trades running, and that is exactly what we keep on informing, that as and how the prices are moving, as and how the trades are coming to break even, or certain trades are coming to the 5% target, we will keep you posted, and we will take the necessary actions, because the market is dynamic, correct? The market does not stop. The market is living, it's a living entity in its own. It has its ups and downs. The market is moving, correct? So we will make sure to look at all the other trades, and make sure to stay tuned. It is highly important to be a part of this community, which we provide you with 5 live streaming sessions, right? All the way from Monday to Friday, from Monday to Friday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I make sure to personally come and provide you 3 live trading sessions, one in the morning, the second around 1 hour before the stock market closes, and third once the market has concluded for the day. And that is where we focus more on trading education, technical analysis education, right? So please make sure to be a part of this community. The more you are able to be consistent and regular with our live streaming session, the more money you can make, right? And not just money, you can learn the technical analysis strategies and earn by us providing you with hot stocks, right? Trading opportunities. So please make sure to stay tuned, be a part of our live streaming sessions. It will only add value to you, correct? Now, another thing that is of important is that make sure that it's only not just the morning time where you just attend one live streaming session and you do not attend the other two. Very important to make sure you're consistent with all the live streaming sessions, right? In the next live streaming session, as you can see, currently the markets are currently bearish. We will analyze more in terms of the details, Hopefully by that time we might have the reports of IRCTC coming out, so we might have a look at that as well. And with the time, with the deadline approaching for who's going to be winning in terms of the US elections, as and how the time is progressing, more information is going to be, provided to us from websites in terms of who is leading, who is lagging, who has a little higher probability compared to the other. Remember, both of them are, fighting at neck to neck, the very stiff competition. The competition is at its peak in terms of either one might be at 49% probability, one might be at 51% probability, but nonetheless they are neck to neck. All right, so there is going to be very interesting tomorrow. Tomorrow is when the US elections, tomorrow is when the people of United States of America will be electing the 68th president, right? So it's going to be interesting, and I wish luck to both of them, because both have been have proved their potential in running an economy such as USA. Let me give you a quick brief summary, sorry, as to what we had covered today. We have been focusing on our watch list, correct? Yes, the markets overall, as you can see, has been very bearish. A major reason has been with the FIIs plugging out money, sorry, pulling out money from the economy, but as well as the DIIs from the 1st of November, from Friday onwards, they have been pulling out funds as well. So overall, there is a negative, there is a deficit in the flow of funds, from the country to outside the country. Similarly, no matter what the trades, what the index are performing, no matter how much skepticism there is in the Indian markets, we are providing you with the updates on what our watch lists are showing. We are providing you with how the trades are running. For people, remember, we do provide you with opportunities, but make sure to take those opportunities at the earliest price possible. The moment we let our trading opportunities out, the moment we let our hot stocks, it is crucial to take action at the earliest. And a very good example is this particular trade, Evantel. For people who had entered at 165, have already hit 5%, not once but twice. So for people who entered late, maybe 170, their 5% target is slightly high. So price is still over there. With the IT sector, with the banking sector, with almost all the sectors, who have been having a bearish sentiment. The prices have been bearish since the beginning of today, right? We did talk about the other trading opportunities, especially IP rings, right? With IP rings, encroaching towards a 5% target. The moment it does come to the target level, we will make sure to notify you, right? As well as Muthoot Finance and all, which started on a positive note when we had provided you with this trading opportunity on 28. But nonetheless, with the current sentiment, with the current bearish sentiment going on, the markets are correcting themselves. But nonetheless, we do have looked at all the other possibilities, opportunities, and improvisations that have to be made. We did focus on Hind Oil also. Remember, this is an oil company, and the oil sector also has been in a deficit today, and has been depreciating today. But nonetheless, the prices did cross above our average price. For people who did enter above and at the entry area, we have mentioned, have been making money. But yes, we do. We just don't want to make money. We want to make around 5%, consistent target, so we can maintain our sheets, right, to showcase that yes, we are being consistent in terms of making money. I hope people are able to understand. We did look at the articles which showcase that yes, there has been a lot of uncertainty in the markets. There has been an outflow of funds from the economy, and that is currently in a state. It's all due to uncertainty of what is going to hold for us tomorrow, right? The US elections are going to be tomorrow. 5th of November is going to be the day when people are going to decide who will run the United States of America, who will win the presidency election for the United States of America. Another point to keep in mind that from today onwards, we are going to make sure that our timing from, before we used to conduct live streaming sessions for 1.5 hours, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you beautiful people do find it too hectic to allocate 1.5 hour. So we do want to make sure that we can condense our streaming sessions and add more value to you, right? So the more value the merrier, right? In less time we can provide you with more content and more value. So yes, Sophia is also writing today's manufacturing industry is relatively still good. Let us quickly have a look at what exactly is showcasing in that. It's not just the manufacturing industry, Sophia. Yes, the plastic products as of today is the only sector which has been appreciating in value. So at 0.83, right? Manufacturing industry, and that is the reason. If you look at 1 second, and that is the reason. If you look at the stock that we had provided to you on IP rings, right? So IP rings is one of the stocks that are currently running. And yes, Sophia, the manufacturing industry, as we had showcased, is currently, is relatively, it's not the best, but yes, it is the only sector as of now which is, overperforming compared to the entire index, compared to the entire economy. So yes, and IP rings is one of those companies, right? Remember, this company is comes under the manufacturing sector, and that is the reason this company has been not just it gapped up, but it's also going to run towards a target. So hopefully this particular trade can make us money, right? And not just money, we want to hit the 102 profitability. Remember, right now, as of now, we are sitting at 97. So with the 5% profitability, we can shift this to 102. So we would be crossing the 100% profitability in less than 2 months. That is phenomenal. That is extraordinary. I'm sure there is no other broker out there which, besides providing their services, adds value, to you people in terms of education, in terms of education, in terms of analysis, and in terms of giving you trading opportunities. So please make sure to to be a part of us, to stay tuned, and we only want to make sure that we can provide you with the best possible information, right? Because if you can build trust with us, we are sure that we want to make sure that we can provide you with all the services, all the required tools and analysis, to navigate the financial markets, right? A quick reminder once again that our live streaming sessions have been running previously at 1.5 hours, especially for the first and second live streaming sessions. But as of today, moving forward, we are going to condense the live streaming session from 1.5 hour to 1 hour, right? So we are going to be quick, we are going to be focused, we are going to be providing you with all the updates of what our watch lists are doing, and as and how if any stock, any trading opportunity is coming to our target, we will make sure to let you know. I will make sure that my assistants are reverting back to you by providing you with notifications, and we will keep it going on. All right. So I hope everyone had a good understanding. Yes, we are shortening the time of the live streaming session from 1.5 hour to 1 hour, but that will be adding value, right? So that you spend less time with us and you make more money. All right. So I hope everyone had a great session. I hope people learned. I hope people have been updated in terms of what steps have to be taken and how to make sure to keep focusing on our live streaming sessions by being consistent. All right. So hope everyone has a great day ahead, and I will see you for the second live streaming session. All right. So until then, take care. Bye bye, and have a great day ahead. All right.